Hello YouTubers, I'm Peter, the master of Hoppets, and happy 3rd of December, carrying on with the Brewery Christmas from Savura Beer / Hopped. So far, pretty decent stuff. Nothing mind-blowing yet, but we'll see. Maybe there's something better today. It's a fun way of doing it like this. I actually really enjoyed not knowing it and just being surprised, or maybe not surprised, we'll see. Yeah, the first one was a surprise. The second one I knew a little bit. There was a lot of info on the can. But this will be fun as well today. So 3rd of December, let's see if I can find it. See, that's over here. It was kind of hard to get it out last time because it was a can. So let's see here. 3rd of December, boom. So this says, drink at 12 degrees and eat with dessert. They suggest crème Normandie, whatever that is. So the reason why I probably butcher a lot of the things I pronounce from these serving suggestions is because it's in French. Savura Beer is a French company. But dessert, I guess it will be a dessert beer. That will be interesting to check out. Let's see what we got here. Is this another can? Nope, this time it's a bottle. Oh, I haven't had a beer from these guys in ages. Okay, this is Innis Gunn Bourbon Cask Dark Ale. Okay. Wow, this is going back to basics for me, man. I drank Innis Gunn way back in the day. You know, it was one of the breweries back in the beginning. I was like, fuck, this is amazing. These oaky flavored beers. Then you transition into more crazy and experimental beers. And then they don't really cut it as much anymore. But they have a place in my heart because it was one of the first kind of oak aged type beers I ever tried. I think a lot of the stuff they do right now is not aged in cask, but aged on oak chips from the barrels that are crushed. But this one is their Bourbon Cask Dark Ale, and I don't think I've reviewed this one, to be honest. I think the last time I reviewed, and they're from Scotland, by the way, Edinburgh. The last time I reviewed an Innis Gunn beer was in Ireland, and it was their Irish whiskey barrel age or cask or whatever. Back in, what, 2012? You can go back and check it. If you search Innis Gunn, you'll find it on my channel. It's shit, though, because I didn't have a mic back then, and it's super windy in Ireland, so you can't hear anything. So it says here it's only aged for 30 days in the bourbon barrels, so it's not the longest amount of time, but it should impart some flavor. Usually here a lot more time, or beer spend a whole lot more time in the barrels. This is 7.4%, this dark ale. I guess it's then kind of like an English strong ale or something like that in style, or I guess we'd say Scottish strong ale. It says this very special dark ale has been brewed in small batches and then matured in hand-select first-filled bourbon casks to give its rich, rounded character. Notes of coconut, orange oil, and dark coffee beans are complemented by an earthy freshness from the hops, and the 30 days the beer spent in oak have assured a satisfying smooth finish. So, yeah, my first Innis Gunn beer in ages. Let's give it a go and get it poured. Okay guys, so we got the Innis Gunn Bourbon Oak Cask Dark Ale poured, and that is quite dark actually. It's like almost black. It kind of looks like a really, hello phone. It looks like a really dark brown or red. It almost looks like you took a, well, they don't say it's a stout, they say it's a dark ale. So it's almost like, I guess, the English strong ale, or if we say Scottish strong ale category style-wise, it's usually kind of catching a lot of these beers that are colored like this. Like, they're not completely black and made with roasted barley and whatnot, like stouts and porters. So, yeah, but it looks nice in the glass. It's got a nice bit of a tan, oh, I know, beige, dark beige head. Check out the aroma on the Bourbon Cask Innis Gunn Dark Ale. This is bringing me back to back in the day when Peter was getting into his craft beer. It smells like the beers that got me interested in craft beer were the British ales. A lot of people, it's Belgian, and I think in general Belgian, some American, but for me it was the English ales, mainly because we didn't get much American craft beer back then. But it's taking me back memory lane. I haven't drunk traditional kind of, let's say British, because they're part of Britain, but like, I haven't smelled British traditional beer in a long time. I'm getting toasted oak on the aroma, but not specifically bourbon. It could be any toasted oak for that matter, actually. Spirit barrel. There's maybe a hint of sweetness, but it's very subtle. And it's got some nutty notes. I'm getting like a burnt popcorn vibe, which is interesting. It could be a bit of diacetyl. And I know a lot of the traditional English ales, they have some, because that's kind of customary in the styles. And I'm getting a bit of that, actually. But also some dark fruits. Let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers. It's very mild. Like when you see bourbon, I am used to nowadays the big smacks in the face of bourbon. This is much, much more subtle. I can detect a little bit of bourbon type flavor in here. Like a sweetness. And there is some cherry oak, but it's so subtle. I'm getting that kind of burnt popcorn thing still. And then lots of dark fruits and toast and toasted nuts and almost burnt nuts. Like burnt, toasty, roasty flavors. Yeah, a bit of sweet dark fruits, kind of like just generic dark fruit type flavor actually. It's not specific dark fruits you can pick out. There's almost like a bit of spicy rye to it as well, like some spicy rye bread or pumpernickel bread. So we've been to France, we've been to England, and then we've been to Scotland. Yeah, I think it's decent. 7.4%, you're not really tasting it. It's just, it lacks so much. I still enjoy, it takes me down memory lane having the classic British style stuff, and this sure does. But for something that's aged in bourbon barrels, I just wish it had a bit more of everything. I guess it's a good introductory kind of bourbon beer though, and it's not a bad beer, not a bad beer. It's just not what I see myself drinking anymore, but I can still enjoy it. I think a lot of people who are very into craft beer would scoff at this and say it's like a 65 because it doesn't taste like bourbon or it's too mild. But I think that's pushing it a bit too much. I still think this is a solid beer. I'm gonna go 85. I think it's a nice beer. Nothing crazy, nothing exceptional, but this is not what you expect from a brewery from Innis and Innis Gunn. You expect tradition with those oaky flavors that they're known for. So, yeah guys, that was fun. A trip down memory lane today on the 3rd of December with Innis Gunn Bourbon Cask Dark Ale. Yeah guys, if you had a chance to try this beer, let me know. What was the kind of country that you got into first in terms of the countries with beer? If it was German beer, English beer, American beer, let me know guys, Belgian beer. And stay tuned for tomorrow for the 4th of December beer from the Severe Beer / Hopped Brewery Christmas calendar. So as always guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'm going to say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.